Tell me some good experiences that you had in Pakistan, Karachi specifically.
First of all, of course, the food. Food is outstanding.
This is not that spicy, by the way. This is not that spicy.
It is spicy for me, not for you.
So, do you know how to eat with roti?
I think you have to show me how to do it properly. Apart from the food, of course, people are super friendly. People are very open.
And what are your favorite dishes? Desi dishes.
Desi dishes, biryani and chai paratha.
But tell me the challenge you faced in Pakistan as a content creator. Hello, Daria. How are you?
Hi, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. I was
good.
about to pay salam, then I was like, I don't know if she's going to understand that or not.
I for sure understand.
Wow. Okay. So first of all, you have to tell me what are the Urdu words that you have learned. Assalamu alaikum, shukriya.
I have learned many more than that.
Okay.
I can tell Assalamu alaikum, kya hal chal hai? I can say a lot of things related to food.
Like
chale khana khaye.
chale khana khaye. Okay. That is the line that she's already learned because every day you have to say that to your husband.
Yes.
Okay. So first question. First of all, welcome to Hustle Podcast. Would love to know your hustle today. How did you end up here in Pakistan? How's Pakistan treating you? What's your story reaching to Pakistan and being an influencer?
Oh, okay. So, the long story short, I fell in love with a Pakistani and got married.
Where?
Yes.
Where? Which country?
Where we met in Moscow, Russia,
Okay.
where I used to live before
Okay.
moving to Pakistan. So my husband was there for work, and I was helping him with translation because when you come to Russia, you will see people usually don't speak English. I was one of the few to help with some events to translate for the people. It was not my job. I work in tech, so I was just helping out because again, there are not so many people who can speak English in Russia, and so I got to know that there are people from Pakistan and what Pakistan. I had to check it on the world map because I knew nothing about Pakistan, to be
Okay.
honest. So I could not even point it out on the world map where is Pakistan. So I was interested. I was learning. I was surprised to know about the big culture, which was kind of hidden from me because we're living in our own world. We don't even realize how much is happening out there. And wow, Pakistan, it was kind of a hidden gem. It was not on the news. It was not anywhere in the media. You don't know anything about Pakistan if you live in Russia. So I read the book. The first thing I read was the book called Three Cups of Tea. Yeah, it's a book by American author. He was he was building schools. It's a real story. He was building schools somewhere in the northern part of Pakistan, and he wrote
Okay.
a book about this.
Wow.
So that's how I learned about Pakistan and that people are wearing shalwar kameez and drinking tea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Before you met your husband.
No, after I met, but it was not the relationship. We were
Okay.
just communicating
Working
because of work. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was just, reading, learning.
Fall in love with him.
Yeah.
And then you plan to get married. You plan to move
Yes.
here. What about accepting Islam also? You said you did it not because of your husband.
No, he was
Specifically?
never preaching me to that. I was basically learning, also learning about Pakistan. You start learning about Islam as well. And I was meeting some people in my travels across the world. And oh, the food is coming.
Daria's distracted now.
Yeah. So yeah, I was learning and I was like watching on, you start on YouTube. What
Yeah.
is Islam?
Okay.
What do people do in Islam?
Okay.
And I was watching the lectures by Numan Ali Khan. I believe he is a Pakistani. Yes, or
I don't
maybe.
know Numan. Who Numan?
Okay, so he is also a Pakistani, and
Okay.
he's given very good lectures on Islam. I would say pretty modern.
Okay.
Not in a strict way, I would say.
Okay.
So he
Okay.
makes it very easy to
Understand,
understand.
absorb.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he can also add some humor, understand. He will explain with some family situations or stuff. So yeah, I was learning, and then the YouTube was showing me more videos of how people accept Islam, and they're so happy. And before that, I did not have any religion, I would say.
You did not have any
Religion. So in my
religion.
family,
Okay.
there was
No
nothing like
religion.
that. My mom, she was not giving me any knowledge about religion, and
Hmm.
it was just not common.
Hmm.
So I was growing up without any religion. I was like a blank page. I did not. I had some concept of the universe or something, the higher power. I just did not realize that it is God for all of us. So the thing is,
What did you love most about Islam then?
it's very pure. It's very pure and beautiful. It brings the best out of people. Of course, people are not perfect, but the religion is. I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was living by myself on my own when I started learning that. And I did not have anyone around me who was a Muslim. Not my friends or not my relatives, not my neighbors. I did
Okay.
not know anyone. And I found there are some mosques in Moscow. I called the mosque. I said, "Hello, I want to become a Muslim. How do I do that?" They said, "Oh, just come to us." And they said that I should read the Shahada, which I already knew by heart. And they said, "Okay, now you're Muslim." I said, "That's it." I did not. Yeah, it's very simple.
And did you surprise your husband about this?
No,
husband to be.
I did it on my own. So I
Okay.
told him later, of course, that this happened, but um, I was just by myself doing this.
And started learning how to pray. Namaz.
Yes. Oh, I started learning how to pray. I have a story about it. And I did not have any example in front of me. So I found some app for which I downloaded an app which was showing how to pray. And I made a separate space in my apartment where this place was only dedicated to the prayers. And I was repeating everything for making the namaz, like what was said in the app. I was repeating everything out loud, learning it. And 2 days after that, so I was practicing little by little, learning it. And 2 days after that, I was sent for a work trip to Uzbekistan. And I came to Uzbekistani office. I asked, "Okay, do you have a room for namaz?" The office manager girl said that, "Yeah, this is the same room for men and women, so you go there." I said, "Okay."
Okay.
And when it was the prayer time, okay, it was my first time praying in a public place.
Huh.
I did not know much. I
Okay.
only prayed in my balcony,
Okay.
with the app. So it was namaz time. People were praying. I came inside. People are there. I saw a free spot for myself in the front row. I came to the. I now telling this, I realize how big a mistake it was. But there were men praying, and I was like, "Okay, there's a place for me." And I stood up and I said with the full voice, "Allahu Akbar," and started praying. And suddenly, all the men left the room, and I was maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, I finished my prayer. Only after that I came out of the room. They said, "You have to wait when the men finish and then you go and pray. It's a common area." I said, okay, next time
Wow, that's so sweet.
Yeah. because
okay.
it was just my very first
Yeah.
time, and I did not have that concept in my mind that men and women should be
Pray
separate.
separately.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How much you love desi food?
100%. I mean, it's very delicious.
Okay. So do you know how to eat with roti?
I think you have to show me how to do it properly because
We'll start
I'm
with
not good at
dynamite
that.
chicken first.
Okay.
To keep it safe for you initially, and then we'll experiment with all the kebabs and stuff.
Smells really good.
Yeah. Thanks to Angithi. Thanks to Angithi again. Yeah.
You already see the difference between. I don't know what to use with this. I will use the fork.
I have never been doing, by the way, podcasts with food. I've been doing very serious podcasts. You've seen it on LinkedIn.
Yes.
So having food in the podcast is already very embarrassing. Also eating on camera is super embarrassing. I'll do something safe now. Oh, so this is keema naan.
Keema naan, okay.
Okay. Have you ever experienced keema naan?
No, it's my first time. I have experienced chicken paratha,
Chicken paratha.
but not keema naan.
Okay, I'll give you one, and you should try this.
Thank you.
And you should also try these kebabs as well. And we have this brain masala for you. Have you ever tried
Brain masala. There's brain masala.
Okay, so yeah, first you try this keema naan, then you'll try brain masala with roti, and I'll teach you how to eat it with roti. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so you can eat it like a pizza also. Yeah, that's just a savior.
What is the other way to eat it?
Is it spicy?
Yes.
It is spicy for you?
Yes.
Okay. If this is spicy for you, I don't know how much brain masala is going to be spicy for you.
Oh.
Okay. This is not a torture at all from our end. We're just trying to make you experience different food. So what have you cooked already?
I have cooked biryani. I have cooked karai, aloo gosht, aloo keema. One time I even cooked chapshoro, which is a very like hunzai dish. And what else? Yeah, shrimps masala. And I don't remember.
And now you're pro with all these dishes.
I mean,
Do you make rotis?
no, I can make it, but it takes so much time, and also we don't eat roti at home. We have a no roti policy at home.
No roti.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me, when you came back, I mean, once you actually joined here, your in-laws and the family, what was the first cultural shock? Or like the biggest cultural shock?
The shock was, when people are introducing you to their family members and they're saying, this is Taya, this is Mamu, this is Chacha, this is Khala, this is Pupo, and it's impossible to remember, and it's impossible to understand who is who. So it was. I'm still struggling with that. I don't know all these words, but it also shows that the importance of the family in Pakistan, because you have so much vocabulary for the family. It shows that this is a huge
How
family.
many titles you have already remembered? Now you can recognize Sas, Sasuma, Sasur,
Okay,
Nand.
I remember Khala Pupo. I remember Chacha. And again, I'm confused. There is also Taya, and who is who? Like, who is older, who is younger? That I don't know. And Sas, if I am correct, is the mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. Yeah, I'm learning.
Okay, what are the other cultural shocks? So, for example, when you moved here, you see absolutely different culture. People wearing shalwar kameez.
Yeah.
Have you worn shalwar kameez?
Yeah.
You like wearing Eastern dresses?
Yes, especially when it's hot. Shalwar kameez is a must when it's hot. I think so. Yeah, the people are dressed differently. People eat very spicy food. For example, once I cooked some Russian food at home, and I suggested some to the person who is working at that area, at the house area, and he tried it and he returned it all back, and I was like, because there was no spices, so it was not delicious if there's
And
no
I'm
spices.
assuming that you said this is spicy. So this
Yeah,
is
I feel that
not at
it's
all
spicy.
spicy. I mean, if you start having, have you eaten chicken kadai?
Yes. Yeah, I
And
get
how's
it.
your biryani like?
My
Your
biryani
without
is,
spices or what?
it has some spices. What I think it has some spices, but I understand that when guests are coming and I cook biryani, I have to add extra spices, like not something which I would cook for myself. Yes, yes. Okay.
I hope कि थोड़ा spicy हो. Otherwise, how would you taste spice?
I will still. I can talk and cry at the same time. You know. Oh, it looks very spicy.
थोड़ा so that.
Khatarnak hai.
Okay. Have you like eaten green chili
No,
like directly
no,
ever?
no. I only touched it and that was enough for me.
Okay. So this is like your second or third time having food with roti, right? You hardly have food with roti.
Yeah, no, I have it, but the way I eat roti, I just take a piece and I eat it like bread. But the way you eat it, you are professionally doing that. Like you put food in that and
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you have this first. This is tandoori. Okay.
Tandoori.
So we generally when we eat every day we do have chapati. So chapati is
Flat.
thinner.
Yes.
Okay.
I already took a piece.
Yeah. Okay. You have to take a smaller piece.
Smaller piece.
Yeah. Look at this. You have to take the smaller piece.
Okay, like this. And you are doing it with one hand. I cannot do it with one hand.
So in my childhood when I used to have it like this और मैं ऐसे उसको तोड़ रही होती my father used to say never do it with two hands, put it in the plate. These come in under table manners, so that put it under the plate and use one hand to get your roti, one piece of roti. Okay, you have already taken it.
Yes.
Now have your brain masala. Oh, I'm sorry. I would have actually told you.
Yes. Okay, I'm doing
Okay.
it like this.
Yes, and then you have to. Okay. Good. Yeah. Okay.
This is fine.
This is fine, as long as your shirt is not. Okay. Now have it. This is not that spicy, by the way. This is not that spicy. Good for you. This is your first time having brain masala?
Yes, it's my first time. It's delicious. And it's spicy. It is spicy for me, not for you.
I am just thinking if you have ever experienced the spicy biryani or spicy chicken kadai.
No, I have, but it's like your mouth is burning and you don't feel much because your mouth is burning.
Yeah. Okay. We're coming back to your Pakistan story. You joined your in-laws. Now, have you left your work that you used to do in Russia? You're doing freelance right now?
No, I was very lucky to keep my work because I was working for a startup which is based in Moscow and I still do it online and I'm just keeping up with the time difference. So basically in Moscow my working day would start at 10. Here it is 12 Karachi time. So I have these mornings when I'm free. I can go to gym, I can go to the park, I can cook breakfast, stuff like that.
What are your some bad experiences that you had in Pakistan?
Bad experiences. I had a bad history of food poisoning.
Oh. And what did you eat at that time?
It was just different kind of foods or sweets or some local, some unknown places maybe. But now I'm really careful and I
Like the
think I'm
street food?
adjusting.
Like you experienced the street food.
Yes. That was very
have you
brave
ever
of
tried
me.
Golgappe, by the way?
No. And
Do you know about Golgappa?
yes, I know, but I don't try it again because of the same reason. Because I'm afraid that I will get another food poisoning.
We have to find some safe Golgappas.
Bun kebab.
Have you been to Buns Road?
Yeah, bun kebab. I love the kind of paratha rolls. It's very delicious.
Paratha rolls.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been to Husainabad's food street?
No.
You have to go. I mean, of course, you will have to be very specific with your food choices because you are not into spices at all. But you should try charga also.
Charga.
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 Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
charga?
Charga is like full chicken. Full
Mm.
chicken. Okay. Which is
Okay.
very spicy also.
Charga.
Right. We should have tried here, but I didn't realize that charga. There are a lot of things that you have not tried yet.
Yes.
Okay.
I still did not have halwa puri.
Really?
Yeah. I'm here for 1 year and still I did not have halwa puri.
So what is like your desi breakfast looks like? Is there any desi breakfast that
Desi
you have?
bread, it can be just omelette with paratha. If I eat out at home, I don't make the paratha and stuff.
Okay.
But at home, it's like vegetables and eggs, vegetables and meat, porridge. I make the cottage cheese patties. So full of protein and fiber.
So you told me about bad experience. Now tell me some good experiences that you had in Pakistan, in Karachi specifically. Maybe with the people, maybe with, you know.
Good experience. There's much more good experience than the bad experience, and I'm really grateful for that. First of all, of course, the food. Food is outstanding. The best food I have had in my life, and it is also one thing because of the masala. Another thing is because you have the original organic fruits and vegetables that taste so good. They give the base taste to the food. Yeah, it's really good. And apart from the food, of course, people are super friendly. People are very open. Maybe sometimes you don't expect that they are treating you like somebody they know for a long time already. Yeah.
And what are your favorite dishes?
My
Desi
favorite-
dishes.
Desi dishes. Biryani and chai paratha.
Chai paratha?
Yes.
You're gonna have chai after this? Okay. And what about, like, so you are already pursuing your freelance work, remote work.
Yeah, remote work.
What about content? How did you end up being in content world?
Okay, so I did not plan actually to become an Instagram content creator, but when I moved and I had some free time, I decided that there's a lot I can show and how I'm adapting to life here because I had a small group chat with my friends and relatives from Russia, and I was sending them stuff and telling about things. And then I said that, okay, I can actually do the same, but for the Pakistani audience as well. And the first reel which went viral is when I made the voiceover with Onija Robinson. I don't know how to say her name. Onija. So because of that, I had my first viral reel, and it started like people started following me. And the funny thing is that people still keep saying, "Thank you for visiting, come again." And I was like, "I live here. I'm not visiting." And people still say, "Thank you for visiting, come again."
Have you visited markets? Like, have you started shopping here or bargained with the
Um,
shopkeepers?
Oh, bargaining is.
I would love to know your bargain story as well, but you have to take another bite now.
Okay, it's. I'm taking it with one hand.
Yeah. Okay. Now what you'll do? This.
It takes time, you know.
Okay, so I'll show you. See this.
This.
And then you have to like fold it. You already have a very hard piece of tandoori.
Okay,
You can take another one. You can take another one. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take this one.
Yeah.
I'll use two hands. Okay,
Softer
it will
one,
be
softer.
faster. This one.
Softer one. Yeah. Okay.
Put it on the food.
Yeah.
Then do it like this.
Yeah. And then fold it. Yeah.
like
Fold it.
this.
You'll be able to. Okay.
Hmm.
This is already very uncomfortable for you because you're doing this for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Now that too on camera is more uncomfortable for you. I can get that. Will not put you in more trouble now. We'll put off the
Thank
camera and then you can eat.
Yes. When you switch the camera off, this will be gone.
My team is right there to have all of this already. They're ready. It's podcast khatam karo khane ka hai. So content.
Actually, if you want to describe my content in a few words, it's like I'm showing why Pakistan is good and I'm showing it to Pakistani people, not only to people abroad. I have some, if you see the statistics of the account, the 70% of my audience is from Pakistan and some people from the US, UK, Canada, UAE. They are also people from those countries. They are experts from Pakistan who are living abroad, who have nostalgia about Pakistan, who are missing their country, and they're watching my content and it's giving them the good vibes,
Wow.
the memories.
Wow.
So yeah, and there is not much, as I mentioned, there's not much information about Pakistan when you're living in the Western country. You don't
course,
know
of
much, but
course.
here I'm trying to show that there are still Russian people who are following me, and I'm showing them that I'm living a very nice life here. Actually, I was maybe preparing myself for the worst before moving, but I realized that I can live a very good life here, very peaceful, very full
Did
of
you ever
events.
thought of leaving Pakistan in between like this 1 year, 1.5 year?
No, maybe it would be nice for me to live sometimes in Moscow and Karachi, like in between the two cities. But I'm here for more than a year and still I did not go to Moscow in this 1 year.
You forgot to go to Moscow.
Yeah, I'm planning. I will go with my husband and we just made the apply the documents
And tell
for his
me,
visa.
what was the most challenging thing that you experienced in past 1 year? Could be one major challenging thing.
The challenging. Mm, overall is like a total different world where you have to adjust, but you cannot live your life the way you did it before. Like on the bigger scale, it's a big challenge because you cannot walk out to take a coffee and walk back, or you cannot just roam around the city as you used to. Like in Moscow, I would go anywhere, anytime, even if it's midnight. I'm okay. I'm walking in the street, in the park. It's totally safe. Here, people are not walking in Karachi, and I don't know about the safety. I feel pretty safe here. I don't know many people. You can discuss it. But I'm maybe living in some bubble. I'm feeling very safe and peaceful.
Yeah.
But I can see that Karachi is kind of not a walkable city. The streets are not made for walking. The sidewalks are not. You cannot actually see people walking even if they would love to. They are just
Yeah.
maybe because of the weather also.
Yeah.
But
Have you visited any other city of Pakistan?
I've been to Islamabad.
Okay.
It's very nice. It's so green. It's so beautiful. They have preserved the nature. I love that.
What about northern areas?
Yeah.
Um,
I've been to Gilgit Baltistan. That was very beautiful. I was impressed. And I found it was very clean. People are very educated. People are so well mannered. I saw kids running around the city and they have books in their heads. Like, not phones or anything, not the gadget. They have books. They're actually reading books, the kids. It was so lovely to see. And yeah, of course, the nature. Do I have to mention the nature is outstanding?
do you feel like staying in northern areas of Pakistan, living in northern areas of Pakistan?
No, I think Karachi is a better place for me, but to spend a week in the northern areas is a good idea. Yeah.
So we'll have kebabs now. How many kebabs you have tried? You have tried Sikh kebab,
I have tried Sikh kebab,
Shami kebab,
Shamli,
Shami kebab,
and Chapli.
Chapli kebab.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll try kebabs now. Maybe we have to serve kebabs somehow. You can also eat it like from your hand also. Haan. Acha, your burger. Yeah.
Like
Haan, desi.
This?
This is the desi way of doing it.
okay.
Cancel हो जाएंगे हम लोग. This is not spicy by the way. You enjoy it.
It's not spicy.
Yeah.
No,
The
you
kebabs
really
are-
eat it like this, like I just did.
Sometimes. Yes, sometimes we do it dry. And sometimes we do it with roti. Also.
Same way with.
Yeah.
Okay.
But kebabs are like dry, so you don't really need roti. You can eat it the way you want. If you want to try it with fork, you can do it with fork and knife if you want. This is malai roti.
Malai boti.
Yeah.
Malai boti looks good.
Chutney? Where is chutney? We have green chutney here? Okay. So my team behind the camera is trying to actually torture you. Have you ever tried green chutney?
I think, yeah, it's a sauce or kind of a sauce.
Yeah, sauce.
Okay.
And abhi green chutney ki explanation do.
you think it's spicy?
It will be.
Very what? It will be very khatta and spicy.
You have dipped it too much. I think it's going to just. You're good?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Okay. You didn't try chutney earlier.
Maybe I have, but I just did not know it's chutney.
Okay.
Chutney.
Chutney.
Chutney. Chutney. Chutney.
You're learning chutney now. You tell your husband that you learned another word.
Chutney. Yeah. All
Okay.
related to food
Okay. You
again.
should try chops also. You tried malai boti. How was this? How was this?
Malai body is very delicious. I
Yeah?
love it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You started creating content here. You are already giving competition to a lot of people, a lot of content creators. Here, brands are choosing you. Okay, I've seen this. You collaborate with a lot of brands. Tell me what is the challenge that you face? Don't name any brand, but tell me the challenge you face in Pakistan as a content creator. Maybe it can be with brands, it can be with the audience also.
Mm, maybe the time commitment, deadline commitment. It's something when the brand is coming to you and they want to collaborate, and you define all the details, and then I ask, when is the deadline? They say next week, and then they disappear, and like it happens pretty often. And now even when the brand is approaching me, I don't treat it seriously unless the job is done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you make sure that the payment is in advance because they are unprofessional sometimes.
No, the payments, I don't know. The payments are done mostly on time. Sometimes with some delay, but not very bad. Yeah, but the mostly I'm about the plans commitment. If we are planning something and I confirm, because I have a work and I only can make content in the free time after work, before work, on the weekdays, on days off, and I it's a very precious time and I have to use it. If I have committed to something, then the other side also has to commit, and sometimes this is not matching.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I have this rapid fire round for you. We have some fun questions for you. You've already left all the food. Still prepared for rapid fire. If you could erase one stereotype people have about Russians living abroad, what would it be?
That they are children of oligarchs.
What's one Pakistani tradition you secretly love but would never admit publicly?
That saying goodbye for 30 minutes. Like there's some charm in it, but you don't have to
Cute.
face this. You don't have to tell about this moment because you will ruin it if you tell about this.
I just recalled another question which is not part of rapid fire, but you have experienced Eid and Bakrid here,
Yes.
and did
Yes.
you enjoy it?
Yes, it was fun. I
Yeah.
mean, it was a lot of good family time. Yeah.
And did you gather some Eid?
Yes, my first ED I gathered.
Okay. What's the weirdest food combination you tried here? Can't be one. You have to tell me 3, 4 food combinations. Weirdest food
That
combinations.
you have the chana chat.
Chana chaat.
It is all weird for me.
Okay. Okay. The weirdest combination. Aloo bhi hai, chana bhi hai.
Also, the people are saying a lot that I should cook Loki ka halwa. That sounds weird to me, but I have to try because so many people are saying.
Loki ka
telling
halwa.
this.
You haven't tried yet.
I think no.
Okay. Okay. And do you remember any other weirdest food combination?
Something when you add yogurt to almost anything.
They do. Your biggest oh crap I messed up moment in your cross cultural marriage story.
So at the very beginning, when my husband told me that I should add the word baji when I speak respectfully, I thought that the word baji should be added to everyone. That was a mistake.
And whom were you calling Baji all the time?
I cannot.
You have to tell me. Did you call your mother-in-law Baji too?
No, no. I mean, I thought it's for both men and women.
You're calling men Baji? Okay, wonderful. Your guilty pleasure song that you play when you need to reset.
If you like pina coladas. This one. I mean, did you want some Pakistani song?
Yeah.
Wait. I have to think, and it's not rapid. Pakistani song. I'm also confusing Indian and Pakistani songs. Which, yeah. Okay, then it's Sadi Gali. Sadi Gali.
Sadi
Sadi
gali
Gali.
aaya karo ji. I am thinking Sadi gali. Where is this song which has gali? Sadi gali aaya karo. Yeah. Okay. This is a Punjabi song.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay.
I know Punjabi MC also.
You know Punjabi?
But I cannot sing it. I don't know the words. It's like the most song in Urdu sounds to me like it's getting.
Okay. So tell me about the misconception that people had back in your home about Pakistan.
Yeah. Even when my mom was visiting, she was prepared to see me fully locked in the apartment and not being allowed to do anything and keep my work and stuff. So she had that misconception that women are not allowed to do anything in Pakistan. But she visited and saw it herself that it's
Really?
fine.
She visited, and how was her experience?
Yeah, she was happy. She was relieved to see me living here.
Okay. If you could invent a new festival mixing Russian and Pakistani culture, what's the name, vibe, and your outfit? Oh, interesting one.
Okay. Yeah, interesting. So it can be, of course, it has to be related to food. And, in Russia, we have this tradition, especially in winter, we make a lot of dumplings, small things. And we're doing them all together, like the whole family at one table. And sometimes one family member, he is making a dumpling with something else. He might put a lot of pepper in it. He might put a lot of like pour the dal without the meat. It's like the lucky dumpling. If they're boiled and you get one, like it's a lucky dumpling, something like that. So we would share the traditions like this with food and exchange the experiences. And if it would be a festival where people could learn from each other to make this kind of family food, and the name,
The name would be difficult, but what about the outfit?
the outfit. So the outfit can be like a dress with a dupatta, like a traditional Russian dress, but with a dupatta,
Oh,
a Pakistani
nice,
dupatta.
of course.
Yeah.
Lovely. Okay, so I have some phrases for you because you want to learn Urdu. So we'll teach you Urdu. Like the difficult phrases that our mothers tell us most of the times
Okay.
or shout most of the time. So we'll teach you those phrases.
You will shout at me?
No, I will not shout at, I'll not shout at you. I'll just make you learn so that next time somebody's shouting on you, you know what they're saying.
Okay.
Okay, so you have to repeat after me.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
हाथ पैर तोड़ के हाथ में रख दूंगी.
हाथ पैर तोड़ के हाथ में रख दूंगी.
Not bad. Okay, so
What
do you
does
know
it
what does this mean?
No.
So it means that I'll break your hands or break your legs and give it in your hands. After breaking your hands and your legs. This is what our mothers tell us. We're not doing anything. We're not obeying her. ठीक है? Okay. घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर.
घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर.
हाँ.
Yes.
And when we say घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर, it means that you do not really value the people who are at home. The grass is always greener on the other side generally, right?
Wait,
so you value other people mostly. So if let's say an advice is coming from my mother, I might not take it seriously. But if an advice is coming from some outsider, I might take it seriously.
Yeah,
Won't be
yeah,
of that much value as much as you don't see other people
I see.
every day. So
you take
chicken,
them
if you eat chicken every day, will you be valuing it the way you normally don't? Because
Okay.
once in a month if you eat chicken,
Yes,
you will be valuing it more,
Okay. I see.
right? So if you do it every day, you won't value. घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर.
घर की मुर्गी दाल बराबर.
Okay. बगल में छोरा शहर में ढिंडोरा. बगल में छोरा
शहर
में ढिंडोरा.
में ढिंडोरा.
Say it in one go.
बगल में छोरा शहर में ढिंडोरा.
Not bad. Okay, here comes another one. जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस.
जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस.
हाँ. Okay. You know what lathi is?
No.
So lathi is stick.
Stick.
Bhains is buffalo. So
Okay.
the one who carries stick will control the buffaloes. So it's like whoever gets the control
Okay. So
is managing everything basically.
whoever has a stick,
Yeah, control the buffaloes.
Okay, okay.
So next
Got it.
time you want to use this, do use this. जिसकी लाठी उसकी भैंस.
जिसकी लाटे उसकी भैंस.
हाँ. Tell me which is the idiom now you remember? Any of 5.
I remember
My team will
this.
send you all of these with their meanings so that she can use it somewhere also. Or you can use it in your reels also.
Oh yes. What is the tore? The first one tore bore.
हाथ पैर तोड़ के हाथ में रख दूंगी. हाँ. Okay, so you remember तोड़े?
हाथ पे.
I am telling you, if you use all of these in your reel, the reel might go viral. Okay, I won't do more because I am facing the challenge to translate it for you already. But we will continue with one another thing, which is when you're creating content, the people who are following you or who wants to create content and already taking inspiration from you, what are your advices or tips for the people, for young content creators? What should they prioritize?
They should prioritize to make their own life interesting for themselves. And when you are interested in your own life, then you can make good content of it.
Okay, yeah.
That
So you have to
sounds
like
easy, but
enjoy
it's-
what you're doing.
Yes, yes, yes. If you are enjoying your life and you're comfortable sharing it, because if you are not interested in what you're doing, how can you make other people interested? You have to be yourself interested on the first place.
Okay. What are the don'ts for a good content creator? Telling the do's of a good content creator.
Don't being focused on yourself, because if you want to show yourself, just take a selfie and look at it. But if you want to make content for people to watch, you have to think for a while that will it be interesting for the people to see or not. You have to think about, because Instagram is entertainment.
Yeah.
People are coming for entertainment, so you have to think, is it entertaining or not?
Are you like planning to move to other platforms as well?
I'm planning on YouTube.
Are you putting your content on TikTok also?
TikTok? No.
No. Do you want to do that in future?
No, I was not thinking about it at all.
Okay.
I don't know.
You
Would
want to
you
stick
recommend?
to Instagram? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Why not? I mean, if you're creating content on Instagram, you can just put up the same content on TikTok. You don't know.
Yeah, maybe I can.
You
do
might
that.
attract
I was
more
uploading
audience.
some reels as shorts on YouTube,
Okay.
and I have created the small YouTube channel, which I have to start doing now. I just need the time for this. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You never was on LinkedIn.
I am on LinkedIn, but it's totally for work.
So it was wonderful having you. I think there's a lot of food left. You haven't had lunch and you need to do this off camera already. I'm sure you're waiting for the dynamite chicken because that's the easiest thing that you can eat right now. But thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Any last piece of advice for the viewers who are watching you or the people who love you? And I'm sure they will come from Instagram to YouTube to watch your full podcast.
Thank you so much. One piece of advice would be, if you want to do something, you have to start now. That's it. Just start now. If you are not ready, if you are scared, be scared and do it anyway. That's it.
Lovely. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.